Are you doing alright, yeah? It's Black Caller Radio. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the sub button.
You are now listening to Black Caller Radio.
Yeah, thanks for that.
I'm not going to roll over. I'm going to give it 100% hell. I ain't got a quit in me. Not one quit.
What do you say to those people?
Like I said, it's all opinions. At the end of the day, I'm doing it because it works. I'm doing it because it gets me follows, things like that. There's an art to it.
We're starting the first Black Caller Radio of 2025 with a big guest. I'd like to introduce, Liam Cannonball Cameron. How you doing, lad? You alright, yeah?
Yeah, sounds like green.
If I wanted, let me just sort your audio. I think there's a bit of static. 1 second.
It's changed my finger though now. It's changed.
Yeah, he's changed it for some reason.
Yeah, I've done it now.
Yeah, you done it, yeah? You see the comments now, yeah?
Yeah, I can see him. Let's have a laugh.
Alright, cool, man. So you grew up in Sheffield?
Have you got your questions and that all written down professionally?
That's not really like professional. It's more like a little chat. Yeah, a little chat with my Twitter fake mate. Yeah, it's just a little chat, mate. Yeah. So how was growing up in Sheffield? Yeah, was it rough? Did you grow up in like a council estate, or was it like nice and rosy?
Where I'm from, it's quite rough, you know. I know there's a few people on your end, if they're other side to me. This side's a bit rough, you know.
Okay, like in like where I'm from East London. I grew up in Hackney, and in Hackney there's a lot of like knife crime and like gangs. Was it like that in Sheffield, or was it more like just personal issues?
No, it's the same, you know. Do you know what? I want to talk with kids and stuff. I want to like explain to them what the repercussions are, because they don't think they just stab and it's worse than a bullet, to be fair, because a knife's dangerous, and that's why we open gyms up and we go around schools and stuff.
Nice and slow! Nice and slow down here, let's switch on. Let's go again, nice and slow down. Come on, keep winning, come on! Dig in, come on, son! One more, yo! One more, come on! One more, Adam, come on,
last
one more!
Last one!
Come on!
All the way back into the gym,
Alex, faster! Come
all the way
on!
back into the gym.
I'm in box. A lot of people say they was into violence, and they thought like going to a boxing gym would kind of like give them a bit of discipline. Was that your story, or was your story a bit different?
No, my story where my nan she got me Rocky 1 to 3. And I watched Rocky, and I didn't think it was possible that you could go to boxing gyms. I thought, when you're a little kid at 8, I thought it's going to be too much to go. But I ended up going. I loved it ever since.
What boxing gym was it?
It was Dave Cordwell's when he first opened the gym.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, quick question. Can you confirm or deny if you're a cult member? Yeah? Are you part of the cult?
See, I don't know what that means. I watched the videos, but I'm no part of the cult.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's an ex-professional boxer for the likes of Eubanks, and he has over 20,000 people watching this evening. The cult leader, Tyan. Boom!
someone said to him, his community is like a cult, and then he just ran with it. So like people who watch Tyan, he says that that way is cult, but just like a random banner. But yeah, do you watch Tyan then?
Yeah, do you know what it was? I got back. I forgot about boxing. I hated it. Obviously, I got banned from boxing. That's a long story. What happened? So I went back on. I watched Tyan on YouTube. I thought, "Fucking hell, I used to go to the gym with this guy." And
Are you going from the gym?
The first video I watched, they were pissing in a bottle.
Can you hear that? Someone said go to the toilet. I can't go to the toilet because my phone's plugged into the charger. So I'm keeping it charged up. Scott Whittam, yeah. I remember you, man. I remember you from before. He was... No, that's piss.
Wow. Do you know Tyan? He were a great guy at Ingalls. He were good. He were honestly a good guy, and he were a really good fighter. Like, I know people take piss at him when he went out at ring and that, but he was a really good fighter, and he didn't have notice for his fights. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't have notice. Oh yeah, I was watching the Boxing Kid Media, the video that he dropped recently. And we kind of got to the origin of the piss bottle. Yeah, so can you let us? Can you run the story again, please, about the piss bottle?
So me and Dom and Tyan were doing a weight cut. He were boxing for English title time. He boxed this kid from Rotherham, forgot his name. I think he was called Nav Mansour, a good fighter. And I think Tyan took the fight with a week for an English title, 10 rounds. That's some doing. And I was living at Dom's nan's, but she must have not been there. She must have died or something like that. So Dom's got this house. I'm in with Tyan, and Dom says, "Look, keep Tyan in this house. Don't let him venture out here because he wants to go home. Because obviously, when he made weight, do you know what I mean? So he wanted to make sure you were hydrated. Because if you're hydrated, you can box like so many percents better." So Tyan ends up going out of the house, and I'm like, "How am I going to explain this to Dom now?" I've let him go out of the house. So Tyan's gone for an hour. I don't know where he went. So Dom gave us these bottles, and he went, "Right, piss in that so I can see colour of your pee, see if you've hydrated. Then once you have, we'll give you some food." So they were cooking for us, giving us piss bottles and making sure we're all right.
That's a crazy story, though. With that, that's so funny how he's still giving like props to Dom with his piss bottles in the lives. He still does it.
He's upgraded to bucket, hasn't he now?
Yeah, really upgraded it.
I don't think it's a piss. We had a little bottle. I'm sure it were a 2 litre water thing. So there must have been odd splash of piss all over Dom's late nan's house. Do you know what I
mean? I saw in an interview you said that you're not really into like flashy stuff. That you'll never ever buy a Rolex or buy a Louis V. Have you always thought that way, or did like your mindset change? See me, when I was younger, I used to be into like fancy stuff, and then when I got older, I just realized it's a waste of time. I'm just buying fancy stuff, wearing it a few times, and then buying more. It's just pointless. But like, how did you get to that realization, or was it always like that?
Do you know me? I'm not materialistic. Not one bit. It don't bother me. I could buy a Rolex if I want one. I'd rather know I could have one than really have one. I'd probably wear it twice and it being drove. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not materialistic. I get from this last fight, I've got a full cupboard worth of clothes still in packet from like sports brands and stuff.
You're not materialistic. That's good. And like some people, they just keep trying to outdo themselves. It's like they're never gonna stop. You just keep up with the Joneses or just waste money. It's pointless.
Stupid. You got to invest your money wisely. We've all blown money. Do you know what I mean? I've been at rock bottom skin, so I'll never have learned from bad mistakes. So I won't do stupid stuff financially now. I'll be smart.
It's all about like smart moves, especially when you get older and you get a family. It's all about not being like selfish
Yeah,
and thinking like for the long term.
definitely not.
So how did the Ben like Whittaker fight come across? Did you get a phone call or did you request that fight? How did it
So
come about?
I were out of boxing for 5 years. I thought,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna make a comeback. It's gonna be a fu to people. I'm gonna do it for myself because I become an alcoholic. I was addicted to drugs. So I wanted to change my life, and I knew with boxing I could do it. I did that. Trained hard. I lost 50 kilo in weight. I had stage 2 blood pressure. It were going bad for me. I ended up in hospital with an overdose and stuff. So I come back and I boxed Lyndon off. I think with 9 months of training.
Oh, and body shots. $30 seconds gone in. Oh, big shot. Come on, work onto the body. Come on, that's it. Bring him up.
Yeah.
He's boxed Bivol. He's been a world champion. He beat Anthony Yard. I lost on a split decision to him, but a lot of people thought I won that fight. Live on Channel 5. Then 2 weeks later, I get the Ben Whittaker fight. Then they said, "Oh, it's in Saudi Arabia on the Bertabiev versus Bivol undercard." Well, he's my favourite fighter, Bertabiev, so I was just buzzing just to be there.
This is what the real Cadman looks like. Don't be catfish, ladies. Rough as fuck. From Sheffield's Bertabiev.
With Ben Whittaker, a lot of people were saying he's bad for the sport, but some people are saying it's good because it's going viral, it's bringing more eyes into the sport. But you see me, I'm a casual boxing fan, but I always thought that when he steps it up, it's not going to really work, the showboating. So what was your view when you first saw him showboating? The viral
To be
video?
fair, I were hoping he showboated because that were the plan. I hope he showboats, but he didn't. I heard in his training he were doing less showboating. When you've got I'm not saying his opponents are muppets because anyone that steps through a ring has got balls.
The level.
So when you've got someone in front of you what's not very good, you can do it. I can do it and look $1 million. But when you step up, it's you just can't get it. There's a fine margin. We're winning and losing at an high level, and he found out hard way, didn't it? To be fair.
Okay, and boxing in Saudi, was the atmosphere different? Because in like the UK, people could drink. That people are a bit rowdy. The chants in like those countries, is it a bit different? The atmosphere.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, it were quite quiet because they just love boxing. So like we have our shows and they're pissed and they wanting to fight everyone. It's not them what are in ring fighting. It's you see a lot out of the crowd, but it was great. There were no boos. People just watching boxing. I asked the guy because I had like my little show for what took me anywhere I want. And I asked him, what's punishment over here when if you get caught stealing 3 times, there's no crime, by the way, are there? If you get caught stealing 3 times, you get your left hand chopped off.
That's actually true.
Yeah, it's actually true. There's no crimes you can leave anything about. What I struggled with, though, is it was red hot outside, like unbearable. then everywhere is just packed with aircon. You're freezing. I had to wear double covers in my room. I couldn't get aircon off.
Yeah. And you said the atmosphere was different. So could you like hear him? And like Ben Whittaker when he was in the ring with him. If so, like was he saying anything to you?
No, it was quite. Do you know? I'm quite good at reading people. I've been doing boxing a long time, so I could read his body language. That act is a way to boost his confidence. He were quite nervous. He were very nervous, like head to heads and stuff. And it was like a rabbit in headlights on night. And I was talking to him. I was just getting in his head. It was 5 rounds, and I went.
Mind games.
He was tired. He was so tired. I couldn't believe how knackered he were. He was drained. He had that much pressure on his shoulders. And I was saying, there's 5 rounds left, and you're fucked. You've got another 5 rounds left, and I was just talking to him non-stop.
Okay, so when he turned Riyadh season into Royal Rumble, yeah, what was you thinking? Yeah, the first moment that came to your head, I was like, you felt harder than him.
It happened fast. It was like a game of Twister at Christmas. I went on the floor, he were on top of me, and my neck were back, but my leg were trapped in rope, and I think the ref was like trying to push it out, but they were locking it in even more, so I couldn't get out because of that. I said I've got up straight away.
Yeah, could you hear like his corner say stuff for him?
Yeah, they wanted that. They asked Ben, "Can you continue?" If it would have been on the other foot, and I said I couldn't continue, Ben would have won the fight. Is the cash cow is worth
sponsors?
The amount of money he's worth is ridiculous. They can't lose him because they lose money. They've got this Sheffield lad with a beard with platinum teeth running at you, dogging it out. Do you know what I mean? So I've just got that dogging, man, and that's what I did to break his heart.
Is there going to be like a rematch?
Yeah, it's 100% on. We're waiting for them to. It's all accepted. We're just waiting on a date. I've heard it's end of March or beginning of April.
Nice. We heard it here, people. Rematch is happening. For where's it going to be? I'm back in Saudi. Was it be in the UK?
Well, I don't know. I'll fight him in his back garden. But no, they looked at Civic Hall. Is it Wolverhampton? I think it only holds 2,000 people, and I'm sure I'll take around that amount myself. Do you know what I mean? I'll take 1,000 easy.
Can we talk about your band briefly? It's very harsh that people will get like different bands. Like some people get shorter bands for performance enhancing drugs, but like your one wasn't really performance enhancing.
Are you doing alright? Yeah. It's Black Caller Radio. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the sub button.
You are now listening to Black Caller Radio.
Yeah, thanks for that.
I'm not going to roll over. I'm going to give it 100% hell. I ain't got a quit in me. Not one quit.
What do you say to those people?
Like I said, it's all opinions. At the end of the day, I'm doing it because it works. I'm doing it because it gets me follows, things like that. There's an art to it.